Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into the NBA. We start with the Warriors watching the intense playoff action from home. We break down what the team is learning by watching the Spurs' double overtime win against the Thunder, where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was hoisting the MVP trophy for a second straight season, and Victor Wembanyama was staring him down in disgust during the pregame ceremony. We look at how this high-level competition is shaping the mindset of the Warriors as they prepare for the next season. Including a game-high 41 points and 24 rebounds, proving he is ready for the biggest stage. Finally, we uncover the bold move the Golden State Warriors need to land a surprise draft target. We investigate reports linking the franchise to Arkansas guard Darius Acuff Jr. and the massive trade needed to potentially move up in the draft, considering Acuff's impressive freshman numbers and the high stakes for the team's future. Don't miss a second of the action. Stay tuned right here for all the latest NBA news. NBC Sports Bay Area and California are dissecting the intensity of the NBA playoffs, using the Spurs' double overtime victory against the Thunder as a lens for team evaluation. The clash featured Shai Gilgeous-Alexander securing his second consecutive MVP, while Victor Wembanyama observed the contest with evident disdain, signaling a shift in the league's power dynamics. Observers noted that the playoff atmosphere was purely focused on basketball, devoid of typical pregame distractions like tanking discussions or external debates. The presence of Victor Wembanyama, described as a hybrid of Steph Curry and Wemby, has sent ripples through the league, suggesting a new era dominated by athletic, high-impact players. The Golden State Warriors are spectators for the second time since their 2022 championship run. General Manager Mike Dunleavy acknowledged the value of athleticism, noting that while the team has key wings like Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody, the playoffs highlight areas needing development in length and size. Dunleavy is also emphasizing a focus on limiting turnovers and improving three-point shooting efficiency. Head coach Steve Kerr offered a more candid assessment, stating there is no simple formula to compete against young, athletic teams like the Spurs and OKC. Kerr stressed the necessity of using the offseason to improve the process, augment the roster, and tighten up performance. He noted that the league has shifted towards a faster pace characterized by long and athletic players, making the game significantly more difficult. Analysis points to a need for the Warriors to reevaluate their roster composition. Kerr highlighted the emergence of players capable of scoring from multiple facets, citing the explosive backcourt of the Spurs and the versatile impact of players like Terrence Shannon Jr. and Io Dosunmu. While the core elements of the Warriors' identity remain, the team is actively reimagining its approach, looking at everything to adapt to the current NBA landscape. The Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors are setting their sights on the 2026 NBA draft, aiming to significantly bolster their rosters following disappointing recent seasons. In the latest ESPN 2026 mock draft projections, the Kings landed at pick number 7, while the Warriors are projected to select at number 11. For the Sacramento Kings, who are seeking a true starting point guard, ESPN highlighted Flemings as a strong prospect. Listed at 6'2" and 183 pounds, Flemings possesses the explosiveness, athleticism, and defensive capability that could suit Kings coach Doug Christie's defensive-minded philosophy. Analysts noted that while Acuff remains a possibility, Flemings and Mickle-Brown Jr. are also on the board, with the final selection depending on Sacramento's prioritization of players and their valuation of Acuff. Sacramento has struggled to secure a consistent, young starting point guard since trading De'Aaron Fox. Flemings, who averaged 16.1 points, 5.2 assists, and 1.5 steals per game in 37 appearances with the Houston Cougars last season, is viewed as a viable option. Meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors face a significant hole entering the 2026-27 season due to major injuries to wings Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody. ESPN projected Burries as a potential solution, noting that the 6'4", 205-pound combo guard could be an impactful addition. Despite being drawn inside the top 10, Burries could also be the guard who falls, offering a sturdy build that could aid in defending wings. With Steve Kerr returning as coach alongside Steph Curry and Draymond Green, Burries is seen as a key piece for Golden State to rejuvenate its roster and inject youth into the team. San Antonio Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama has ignited a new narrative in the NBA, drawing comparisons to Stephen Curry's peak dominance and signaling a potential dynasty. In a commanding Western Conference Finals matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Wembanyama delivered an exceptional performance, leading the Spurs to a double overtime victory against the Thunder, a team eyeing a championship run. Wembanyama showcased his prodigious talent, scoring 41 points on 14 of 25 shooting, securing 24 rebounds, and demonstrating defensive prowess by blocking multiple shots, earning him the game-high mark for a player under 23 in a playoff game. This performance sent ripples through the league, particularly in the context of the league's history of champions. Analysts suggest that the Spurs' success, driven by Wembanyama, presents a significant challenge to established powers, noting that navigating the Spurs means contending with Wemby. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who recently secured his second consecutive NBA MVP award, also garnered significant attention. Both players are positioned as generational talents, with Gilgeous-Alexander looking toward Wembanyama as a benchmark, and Wembanyama expressing ambition to achieve MVP honors himself. Wembanyama acknowledged the immense pressure but expressed a determined outlook, stating, "It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of experience as well. But a game like tonight is the best way to get experience. We played 5 quarters. We're learning." The comparison to Stephen Curry is explicit, with Wembanyama being framed as Steph 2.0, taller and possessing offensive and defensive gifts capable of dominating. From a marketing perspective, Wembanyama represents the next era of star power in the NBA. While a single-game victory does not guarantee a championship, the performance suggests San Antonio possesses the foundation to become the next dynasty. The narrative suggests that the NBA is witnessing the emergence of a new superstar, whose impact is set to redefine the league. The Golden State Warriors are reportedly eyeing a bold move to secure surprise draft target Darius Acuff Jr. ahead of next month's NBA draft. Reports indicate that the franchise has met with Acuff to evaluate draft options, though experts suggest a significant trade will be necessary to land the 19-year-old guard. Kevin McPherson of Hogville Net stated that Acuff is expected to be off the draft board by the time the Warriors select at 11, necessitating a major trade to potentially reach the 5th overall pick, currently held by the LA Clippers. Despite the trade hurdles, the potential for a deal remains high, with McPherson reporting that the interview between Acuff and the Warriors went absolutely amazing, signaling potential franchise plans for draft night. Acuff has shown significant promise in his collegiate career, posting impressive statistics at Arkansas with 23.5 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 6.4 assists, complemented by highly efficient shooting, including 48.4% from the floor and a 44% three-point percentage on nearly 6 attempts per game. Defensive concerns have been raised, with Kevin O'Connor of Yahoo Sports noting that Acuff's abilities and effort level were poor at Arkansas. However, Warriors management may view these concerns as manageable, especially if Acuff is expected to come off the bench and develop. The financial commitment for acquiring Acuff would be substantial in a loaded draft. To move up from the 11th pick, Golden State would likely need to offer an unprotected first-round pick to secure a selection in the top 7 or 8. As the Warriors search for a successor to Stephen Curry, the need for a player with high-level playmaking is critical. While Brandon Podziemski has shown improvement after being selected 19th overall in 2023, the path to franchise leadership remains uncertain. Darius Acuff presents a potential long-term solution, offering years to learn from an elite guard, with the hope of leading the team into a new era after Curry's tenure concludes. The front office's willingness to execute the necessary bold trade remains the key determinant of this potential move.